Whoa, 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 oh. Some skin is dark,
Some skin is light,
Some skin is brown,
some skin is white.
different colors.
different shades.
It's part of being human, it's how we're made. My skin, it is a light brown, just like caramel. And caramel, it tastes so sweet. Just try it and you'll tell. So brown is sweet, and I am sweet, sweet as I can be. I love my skin, love my brown skin, light brown. That's the color of me.
Whoa, whoa, oh, oh, oh.
My skin, it is a sandy brown. It's like the lion's mane. And lions, you know, they're so proud because lions reign. Brown is proud, I am proud, proud as I can be. I love my skin, love my brown skin, sandy brown. That's the color of me. Whoa, whoa, oh, oh, whoa.
My skin is a deep, deep brown, just like a walnut tree. And trees that grow up big and strong, you really must agree. So brown is strong, and I am strong, strong as I can be. I love my skin, love my brown skin, deep brown. That's the color of me.
That's what I am.
It's what you see.
Wanna show the world and how the world sees me.
Hey, now your turn, Seggy.
Yeah, let's hear it.
What's the color of you?
Okay, let me think. My skin it is a dark, dark brown. It's like a chestnut horse. Horses are so beautiful. You know that's true, of course. So brown's beautiful, and I'm beautiful, as beautiful as can be. I love my skin, love my brown skin, dark brown. That's the color of me.
That's the color of me. That's the color of me. That's the color of me. That's the color of me. That's the color of me.
Good morning, students. Hope you all are staying safe at home. Today we will be starting a new chapter of political science, chapter 1, human diversity. Look around you on the way to school. You see different kinds of people of different heights, different color, different age, people speaking different languages, they are wearing different kinds of clothes. The existence within a group or place of people who look, think, and behave differently and who have different beliefs and faiths is called diversity. As you have heard in the song, there are numerous factors which are different in people and everything around us. Diversity also exists among animals and plants and in the physical features of an area. So, why do you think diversity is important? For example, take in your school, if we learnt only one subject, like only mathematics or only science or geography, wouldn't it be so dull? Moreover, we would miss out on learning other things in a wonderful, diverse world. Our minds would not grow. Each of us, they will be having same skills in a particular kind of job or occupation. So can you imagine if all were brilliant mathematicians, to how the people would be stitching clothes, or how some people would become farmers, or how we would be going in different occupations like medicine, accountancy, carpentry, or teaching. We need this diversity in order to survive. Knowing about the ways in which we are diverse, we help us to see and to form different perspectives, different opinions. So diversity, it enriches our lives and teaches us to be kinder, more tolerant and more inclusive. Diversity in India. As our classroom is a small example of diversity, when we look beyond it, we will observe diversity in our locality, in our town, and most of all in our country. India is one of the most diverse countries in the world. There are certain factors which are responsible for diversity in India. The two main factors which are responsible for such vast diversity in India is its geography and history. India, it has all kinds of physical features like mountains, plateaus, plains, deserts and coastlines. And it is surrounded by seas from all the four sides, and there are numerous rivers, there are number of rivers which are flowing into it. So there are life forms by which we adapt and in our physical surroundings we adapt in different ways. So this diversity in topography, it results in wide variety of climatic changes, the change in natural vegetation, wildlife and human culture. India, it is one of the oldest civilizations in the world. Throughout our long history of more than 5,000 years, there are many different groups of people who came, who went, and who came and settled in India. These peoples, they introduced the culture of their homelands to the people here, and they helped to create a richly diverse culture. Let us study about forms of diversity. Let us move on to regional diversity. Because of India's diverse topography, there are different types of climate and natural vegetation which are found across the country. People of each region, they grow and eat different kinds of food, they follow different occupations, and they live in different kinds of houses, and they dress differently. So this is regional diversity, which is based on the region, and it changes according to region. The next one is linguistic diversity, as there are 22 officially recognized languages in India such as Hindi, Marathi, Malayalam, Bengali and Odia. Besides these, there are almost 200 other languages and there are hundreds of dialects. So, a dialect is a form of language that is spoken in a particular region of the country by a specific group of people. Next is religious diversity. It is based on mainly religions, as people of all major religions such as Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains, Christians, they live in India. This religious diversity, it safeguards, it has been safeguarded by the Constitution of India, which declares India to be a secular country, which means that the government does not promote any religion, and they treat all of them equally. The next is social diversity. It includes castes and subcastes, as they have been existed in India for thousands of years, and they have created social differences among people. While people belonging to same caste, they enjoy certain advantages, certain privileges, but people of many other castes, they are still treated unfairly in many of the places. The Constitution of India, however, they clearly states that the right to equality for all people, irrespective of their caste, should be given to every of the citizen. The next one is economic diversity. In India, there is a great disparity in the income levels of people. Some people, they are extremely rich and they can afford every expensive lifestyle, while many of them are so poor that they can manage their 2 times meal a day. And between these two extremes, there is a middle class which consists of people who are neither too rich nor too poor. So in India, economic diversity not only exists between people, but it also exists between regions. Thus, some states like Maharashtra, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, they are economically more developed than the states like Bihar, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh and Odisha. Let us now examine two states of India, Rajasthan and Meghalaya, to understand the range of diversity in our country more better. Rajasthan, it is located in western India and Meghalaya in eastern India. Rajasthan is covered by Thar desert. The land is flat and sandy. The Aravalis, they are the most important mountain ranges over here. While on the other side, there are many of the mountains in Meghalaya, the Garo, Khasi and Jaintia. They are some of the main important ones. The region in Rajasthan receives hardly any of the rainfall. It is mainly less than 50 centimeter annually, while the regions of Meghalaya, they receive more than 1000 centimeter of annual rainfall. In Rajasthan, plants that grow includes acacia or various kinds of cacti and thorny bushes, while mountains of Meghalaya, they are covered with dense evergreen forests. People in Rajasthan, they mainly follow Hinduism, and there are some Muslims and Jains too. While in Meghalaya, most of the people, they follow Christianity. In Rajasthan, agriculture and livestock rearing are the important economic activities, and agriculture, it is mainly practiced with the help of canal irrigation. While in Meghalaya, agriculture is the main economic activity of the people. Farming, they mainly do farming on the hill slopes with the help of terrace farming, which they cut the hillsides and make the terraces out of there, and they do the farming on that place. So Rajasthani society, it is a patriarchal society where eldest male is the head of the family, and this also means that the family lineage, it has been traced through the father side. So in Meghalaya, it is the rare Indian state where society follows matrilineal system, where the family lineage it is traced through the mother. Here in Rajasthan, traditionally, the Rajasthani food is largely based on millets like bajra and jowar, and these crops they are being best grown in arid desert region. Traditionally, men they wear dhotis, kurta, angarkha, and a turban, while women wear ghagra and kanchli with bangles up to their shoulders. Here in Meghalaya, dishes they are mostly prepared from rice and bamboo shoots. The wet climate of the region, it is ideal for the cultivation of rice and growth of bamboo here. A kind of dhoti paired with jacket and turban is the traditional attire for men, and women they wear woven cloth which is wrapped around their waists. The blouse is covered with long drapes of mulberry silk. So can you see how diverse the two states are in a country? Now let us learn about unity in diversity in India. Despite being such a diverse land, there is sense of harmony, sense of brotherhood in our country, India. In every of the different region, we share some common history from the ancient to the modern times. Since communication between scattered places was difficult in ancient and medieval parts of history, people of Odisha in East India, they had little know-how about people of Rajasthan in the West lived. But as the mode of communication it improved over time, there was closer contact and a greater understanding of each other's beliefs, their practices and their culture. Soon people they realized that despite being different in language, clothing, food habits and religious beliefs, they all are the part of same country, that is India. The fact that people from all over the country they came together to fight for India's independence, it was also a sense of great harmony and the idea of unity. The Constitution of India it was framed soon after independence, which listed the rights and duties which apply to all Indians regardless of their region, religion, caste or gender, where the institutions like the Indian Armed Forces and Indian Administrative Services and emblems like national flag and national anthem, which helped in creating a sense of unity among the people in the country. And here in the recent past years, sports like cricket and modes of entertainment like cinema, they have also helped much in bringing people together in the country. So students, on the basis of the song which you have heard in the beginning, you have to mention how you are different from the people, from the rest of the people surrounding you. You can create a rhyming between the lines which you will write, which will give a good impact on whatever you have written about yourself. So start using your creativity levels and keep learning. Have a good day ahead.